Hey traders, hope you are having a wonderful day. This is the full market analysis, daily video analysis, whatever you call it, for the 20th of January. Let's cover gold for you in first of all, and let me just flick around. Okay, let's go to the quant flow dynamics, which most of you have now. So the first thing we can see clearly during the Asian session, we had a big move up here, which was great if you're trading the Asian session. Congratulations, a beautiful move as the price continues up right now, 47.50, heading for $5,000. Couple of points. I've been posting the updates throughout the day just to keep you posted of making important decisions and give you support lines, etc. Once the support lines resistance lines have been broken, they become support, quite straightforward. And we can see that once this is broken here, that previous high there is get taken out, break a structure, then it becomes support. Resistance becomes support. That's how it works. So I did post here that the price is highly likely to pull back. It does once it moves highly significantly. I mean, that's 545 pips during the Asian session. Then of course there is going to be a pullback. Now in terms of the entry points, we can see here below where the money flow is actually very cheap, but not hitting as important to support line. So if you get a combination of money flow very low, i.e. likely to bounce, and the combination of hitting a support line, then that's a great combination, a great way to get into the market at 47.17 was the big number. What does that look like in terms of a lower time frame? Well, we can see it here quite clearly on the 2-minute chart. We can see that that support line is already established. It's got a buy power of 76, so it's highly likely at 47.17 there's going to be some price action. And of course it did, and if you got into that, well done. 287 pips. So congratulations. Now in terms of what to do next, if you didn't get those, or if you did get those, what are you looking for now? Just go back to the chart, and what you're looking for in particular is another pullback. A pullback into an area of interest. So that previous low, that price which is being taken out, which is 47.37, is going to be highly significant if it holds. It might not hold, so that one at the bottom there is irrelevant for now. It can become relevant at 47.03, or just below that actually, somewhere around there. Yeah, 47.00 is going to be significant if it comes down that far. And so what we're looking for is for the money flow to come down into this area here. It happens a lot, and we can actually then look at a position. So what might happen is the price may even come back down to 47.17 and then bounce again. So we have to bear that in mind. But certainly we don't want to be buying at this very high point here. A correction is highly likely at some stage, coming down here or coming down here and then bouncing off those areas. So congratulations to everybody who traded that, if you did. I'm going to go into the reversal charts. This is looking odd. And that's fine. Okay, so let's go to the DXY first of all. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see what's going on. So the DXY has weakened, the US dollar has weakened. It looks like it's going to continue for a while. I can't see anything moving upwards at the moment, so we can only presume a sell-off of the dollar is likely. However, we do have a very strong buy power of 87 here, down at 97. Sorry, 97, 95, 98 really, isn't it? down that area there. So you could find the weaker dollar continuing, which is likely, but you could find that equally it has a bounce on these demand areas. So we're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. We do have a couple of positions on, and I've sent the signals into the VIP signals room. So let's go through the charts. I haven't seen all of these, so bear with me. Euro dollar going up, of course, because of the weaker dollar. Buy power 62 on demand with divergence. So that's, if you got that, congratulations. Now, I did post this in the VIP room, and as you can see, there's a lot of resistance here for sterling. So we could find this continuation pattern, which it probably would turn out to be, starts to roll over, and we could have a short position down to 133.23. The Aussie USD is working, however, it is hesitating, isn't it? Because the weaker dollar is driving this higher, so that in turn gives us a nice profit. But there is a bit of a problem here in terms of supply. So we'll see how this goes. Now the Kiwi's interesting chart. If you've got the reversal charts, hopefully you have, then this is a signal which we've sent. And this is probably going to start to go in the money in the next couple of hours if the dollar bounces. We need the dollar to go stronger for this one to work, or certainly the New Zealand to go weaker. But we do have a combination of factors which are highly powerful. We do have a sell power of 83 on the left there. We do have an outside bar. We have convergence, and we have divergence. Everything going on which gives us a clue as to which direction it's likely to go. And we also have price cycle very, very high on a very strong supply zone. So, you know, what needs to happen if we're going to fail? The price has to zoom up and then start to break all those resistance areas. And if it does, fair enough. US yen. Not much you can say about this, looking weaker, but this is certainly not a tradable event as I can see at the moment. US Canadian going weaker, down to 136.80, somewhere around there. But this is not a tradable event. I want to see the price move back up into this supply zone with a buy power of, he said, 73. So that's a nice move. So it looks like we could see some really nice markets wake up. We had a buy opportunity on the US Swiss, but we lost 19 pips. That's all right, not the end of the world. So we now wait for a new setup, and it could be happening quite soon. As you can see, there's hidden divergence in the market, and it's coming down to the buy power of 84, which is very, very strong. So this is likely to go, but I want to see the dollar go up quite strongly before I go into this one. We'll keep an eye on that. Now see what's going on with the yen, shall we? Nothing going on here with the Swiss yen. I don't see any tradable events here. Euro yen, I do see a tradable event here because as you can see, number one, we have negative divergence. Number two, we have price coming back into supply. Number three, we have an outside bar. Whenever you see the price move outside the channel, he doesn't like it. Just doesn't like it. Fact. And of course, we have the price cycle. So again, a number of events which tell us that we're likely to see a move of some kind. And we can expect the price to go down to 183.10, somewhere around there. Flicking through, seeing if there's other opportunities. This is how long it takes. Very quick, very quick. Beautiful. And the idea of having the charts is to ensure that you don't spend any time on the charts. You want to be spending time with your family and everyone else, and let the markets do whatever they're going to do. Doesn't matter. Trade like you don't care. We can see here the Canadian Swiss is bouncing, starting to bounce now, isn't it? So that's good. So we've got a combination of factors. We have, again, it gets boring. Price cycle is very, very low. Where's it gone? It was very, very low. Let's get rid of that, see if it comes back. There we go. So it's very, very low. We have a positive divergence in green. We have convergence, divergence, and we can see that the price is highly likely to bounce into the next few days. New Zealand Swiss, we had a little profit there, didn't we? It's all right. Better than nothing. And we have the pound Canadian. I posted this into the VIP signals room, so if you're making money, congratulations. We have a target here of 107.69, back up to just below the supplier. Now, one thing I would say before you, if you don't have the reversal charts, then you should get them. Up to you. But what I would suggest is, once you've got them, is go down to the 2-hour chart and see if it agrees, and it does. Okay, once the 4-hour and so you've got a buy power of 81, and then you've got a buy power of 74, which is very, very strong. So highly likely it's going to bounce. Of course, on the 4-hour chart or the 2-hour chart, you're not going to see any hike in ashy candles going your way, because it's all happening on a 5-minute. There you go. So it's all happening on a 5-minute or a 10-minute or whatever you want to, whatever you're going to look at. Really, doesn't matter. Silver's coming off. Gold's coming off. Let's have a look at oil. Yeah, I don't like oil. I never liked oil. There was an opportunity to go into oil here at $57. Let's have a quick look at, I don't think the markets are liking things. I think Trump is causing a bit of trouble. Yeah, look, the markets are coming off. Markets are coming off. No tradable events. All right. So Euro Aussie, not much going on. Pound Aussie, not much going on here. I've got a buy power of 76 with convergence, divergence, price cycles okay. So this should start to move up in the next couple of days. Euro Canadian, no tradable event. Pound Canadian, I posted this a few days ago in the signals room, and I did say, look, if it comes back up into this area here, 186.56, then sell it. The price is trying to sell off. There's a bit of demand here, but if you look at price cycle, it looks like it needs to break down. So hopefully it will. Probabilities is all we need. There's no guarantees, of course, in the markets. We don't want them. Pound New Zealand, I've posted this into the VIP signals room, so we can actually dive deeper, can't we? 2-hour chart, easy. Buy power 64. Divergence, convergence, holding on to a strong, strong demand area. You can wait for the conversion if you want. Perfectly acceptable. So, but nonetheless, I don't. It's up to you. Now this is a good example of what is not tradable. Buy power 54 is too low, not strong enough. Now Bitcoin, I know there's some of you Bitcoin fans. I hold wallets rather than trade it. But we can see what's happening here. We can see that the price is highly likely to react in this area here at 90,000, or in the middle there, about 90,000, isn't it? So we're likely to see the bounce here and then back up to 95,000. So that might be a tradable event for you. Posted this into the VIP room as well. Congratulations, buy power of 81 on the Euro Pound. Beautiful move. I would certainly not be holding a long position now. I would be looking to close that position because we've got a sell power of 69 on that supply zone. Quick look at gold. Gold's coming off as I expected. Let's go to the quantum. There we go. Much easier to see, isn't it? One thing you can do with the quantum flow, quantum flow dynamics, You can switch on and off the FVGs. All right. So we can see that the price is coming off slightly, 47.38, coming into a 47.32 FVG, and not doing much actually. But please ensure that the price has fallen significantly into an area of high interest. So we can see it did come down to there. So back down to here would be of interest. You can grab a few hundred pips on the way back. Alright, so markets are actually looking fantastic. And in particular the reversal charts. So if you've got those, get them ready right now. Understanding how they work, why they work, and how you can be successful is really important. And good luck with all the trades that you have.